Welcome, everyone, to the emPOWERUP podcast. I'm Jeremy Bourne, and today we have John Benitz, GrayMatter's Vice President of Professional Services. And we're going to talk about something that we get a lot of traffic on our website about, and it's the ISA 101 standards. And ISA, for those who don't know, but probably most of you do, is the International Society of Automation. And they set standards to basically try to take out some of the complexity for SCADA screen users. So John, welcome. Thanks for being on the podcast. I really appreciate it.
Very glad to be on this and really to share this experience with everyone. Being an engineer, I've used standards for many, many years. So having the privilege to actually be on a standard, to write those clauses and be involved with an international team of almost 20,000 people's opinions was an exciting time. Very, very interesting. Worked my way up through, I am one of the co-authors of the style guide portion of the standard and a voting member of that standard, which means I'm very involved in all the aspects and comments and things that are coming through relating to it. And our next revision will be in about a year and a half to update that standard. So to kind of give a brief summary of what that standard is, when we first started out with it, everybody wanted to create the standard to say you shall do, you will do, and kind of lay it out as the law of the land as most standards are written. But because this standard came out when there was already a very large installed base of HMIs in the industry, what the standard's real focus was getting rid of the complexity, correcting the issues that everybody started to do as systems developed. When HMIs first started, they were really a green screen, amber screen, limited capabilities, not very much real estate to put information on, so they were very simple. Computers and technology evolved, and the systems get a lot more power, a lot more resolution, millions of colors, movement, activities, all kind of great features. And of course, when you give people options, everyone has to use all the options.
Absolutely.
So the screens and things became very, very complicated, and they lost focus on what the real purpose of an HMI screen was. So when we were developing this standard, what we were focusing on was that critical aspect. What is the real purpose of an HMI, and how can we help guide it? So in doing that, we looked at a lot of different things. We looked at even terminology. Is it a graphic? Is it a screen? Is it a mimic? Is it a display? What is that? So we created a glossary of terms and breaking all of those things down into their components so that the international audience could relate to what was being discussed within our standard. And then from there, we had to start talking about, well, how do you develop this graphic? What needs to be on it? What are the different areas? We talked about the different colors. Well, what was color really going to be used for? Color is used to draw your attention. It's either to draw your attention at a state, or it's to draw your attention at an action that needs to be taken. Well, a lot of people are using red and green to determine states. So a lot of people on the standard wanted to dictate what that meant. But I'm sure everybody listening has their opinion on it. Whether you came from an industrial background or you came from a power background, those two colors mean the exact opposite. From a power perspective, green is ready and available. Red means I'm on, running, active, I'm in danger, I am energized. From a manufacturing perspective, it's kind of like a traffic light. Green means go. This system is running. It's on. Red means stopped. It's not moving, it's not on, it's not open. So you can see just from that little bit, there's mass confusion. So the standard was designed to be able to help the audience determine what they were going to do. What standard were they going to use and stick to it? Also to get rid of those colors, because a lot of people are colorblind. And if something is, say, red and they can't see red, or red is an alarm, or red means I'm closed, well, how can I discern the difference with that? So that's why we discussed using grayscale. Also, if you look at a screen that has a lot of detail on it and things are grayscaled, so white is indicating running or some action is energized, and gray means it's there but it's not energized, and something turns red or something turns yellow, it's really going to draw your attention to that item.